I'ma have some fun with this one here. Woo-hoo! In the morning, when I wake up, all I want is Mary Joanna. In the evening, when I'm thinking, all I want is Mary Joanna. If you look in my eyes, you will see what I've done. Every minute, every hour of every day. But life is like a smoke. In the end, I'm gonna choke. So all I do is live my life from day to day.
Oh my God, you know you better watch yourself because I know you're waiting on that one. Cause I'm telling you, Nana. Cause you know the one that I take off for a run. You let me see you do that run. Run, the one that they clan, that they want it done. Cause I know you cannot be me now what you wanna do. Cause I want to break it down, me, cause you know you cannot fade me now, let you wanna. You better back it down now because I'm telling you, what bar, bun bar, can I wonder? Because you know you like the way I put that pick up. Cause I'm telling all you fools what I put up. And in a mercy. Now what you wanna do? And in a mercy. Now what you wanna do? And in a mercy. Now what you wanna do? And in a mercy.
If you look in my eyes, you will see what I've done. Every minute, every hour of every day. But life is like a smoke. In the end, I'm gonna choke. So all I do is live my life from day to day. You got to lick it, stick it, bend it, crease it, stack it, burn it, pack it, roll it, poke it, roach it, smoke it, then you pass it to me. You got to lick it, stick it, bend it, crease it, stack it, burn it, pack it, roll it, poke it, roach it, smoke it, then you pass it to me.
Come on, baby girl, let's get it going on. I'ma hit the highway and do it my way. It ain't no game, girl, so I don't play games. I keep it up straight, right up in your face. So make your mind up, cause life is too short. I got the vest on, boy, put your belt on. Stop acting all cool like Kanye West, boy. You be riding through the wire and the camera get on fire. You don't want that, no, I don't want that, no. This goes out to pimps and chicks, so slow. Hit the backseat when you're doing the licking, kissing, squeezing. Do the damn thing, man.
You got to lick it, stick it, bend it, press it, stack it, burn it, pack it, roll it, poke it, roach it, smoke it, pass it to me. You got to lick it, stick it, bend it, press it, stack it, burn it, pack it, roll it, poke it, roach it, smoke it, pass it to me. You got to lick it, stick it, bend it, press it, stack it, burn it, pack it, roll it, poke it, roach it, smoke it, pass it to me. In the evening, stick it, bend it, press it, stack it, burn it, pack it, roll it, poke it, roach it, smoke it, then you pass it to me.
And good evening, and welcome to Raconteurs News After Dark this evening. How you doing? I hope you are well. I hope you've had a good week. Am I coming through okay? Am I coming through? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I've never known with this new setup, but I think that's the good thing about live broadcast. Anyway, thanks to Eve for the opening tune, Marijuana 2016. That one, 2016. That's a long time ago. It's a long time. I think. Eve started on that song about 3 years before it was finished. So, yeah. Oh, thank you, Jimmy. Brilliant, and Eve as well. About 2016, I think, and I made a fucking great song. It's a cracking song, and it needs a better and bigger audience than the ones we've got. Not a better one, but a bigger audience than what we've got here to hear it. But we don't care about that anyway. We just like our own stuff. So anyway, hopefully you're okay. I've just had a crap day. I nearly didn't do out, I've just had one of them days, and it's just like it's just fucking. I don't know. I don't even know why. I need to, I've had to have a word with my son because I just didn't even know why. I'll just say hello to people in chat room before we get started. Evening, Jimmy. Good evening to you, Tony, and to Paula as well. Thank you very much for your email today, Paula. I was getting a bit concerned, not heard from you for a couple of weeks and not seen you, but you explained everything in your email. And, I gave you, I sent you my number so that you could get in touch with me and let me, stuff like that. But anyway, it's all, as long as you're all right, just drop me a text next time. It's fucking easy. It don't bother me at all. Phone calls, they're another matter, man. Texts and everything. It's great. Listen, it's all good stuff. If you've got my number, you can use that to get in touch with me. Anybody who's got it, apart from fucking Uni. Is it here anyway, Uni, today? Sorry, I'm just fucking doing stuff here. So I were, like I say, I weren't going to do anything, but it was. Are you still here? Is my phone there, love? You up there? My phone? Yeah. We just chuck it, mate. Sorry. Yeah, like I say, I weren't going to do anything. I weren't going to do one. I just felt like shit. I think it's just bouncing. Cheers. Passed from off camera. I've only done that because I've got. I know Heath's. I've seen Heath's in chat room, and I've got a fucking voice message from him on Telegram, and I've not listened to it. I'm not going to listen to it live. Don't worry about that, Heath. But I just remembered I might have a listen to it at like a break or whatever if I do a break. But yeah, like I say, I couldn't even put my finger on what it were. But it got to the point where I just thought to myself, it's either this or then. Or teaching my wife how to do Rubik's Cube, and we started that, and it didn't go very well. She did it twice. She completed it twice. But it's quite difficult. It's a little bit like teaching your other half to drive. I think there's probably loads of divorces started out that way, but we're certainly not going to be getting divorced over a Rubik's Cube. In fact, we're not going to be getting divorced at all. So, potatoes. Let's hello to Dennis Dinny, who's in the chat room. Let me I'll see if I can make you I'll make you a moderator, Dinny. YouTube. I've got right thing. Yeah, so that's what it was. So it's doing the teaching my wife to do how to do Rubik's Cube or coming on here. So I decided to come on here and talk to you a lot as well because it's therapy for me. You're like my therapist. In fact, I think that's how I treat you because I sit here and I can moan and I can talk to you and I don't have to worry about anybody fucking condemning me or you know what I mean. How people can get. I've fucking seen how people. I've done my head in learning too much Russian today. Ah, right, okay. I did notice somebody said nice song, Heath, in the chat room earlier on, and Heath replied spasibo, which is Russian for thank you. So if you didn't know that, but anyway, Chris Potter, I hope you're doing well with it, mate. I hope you're doing well. A little bit myself. But yeah, you've got to learn it because it's going to be the new law. You're going to have to speak Russian. Once Russia takes over the EU, then the EU they'll just say that everyone's got to learn Russian, speak Russian for. I just spanned. Has someone spanned Dinny then? Because tell the truth, Chase, we are all so crazy. You feel normal after a show. Yeah, do you know what? I do. I feel normal anyway. Most of the time, I feel normally. It's just today. I just had a fucking. I can't even put my finger on it. I can't even fucking. I can't even remember. I can't even put my finger on. I can't even think about what it is that's triggered me. But I needed to sort my head out. So Not sort me head out. Give me some, a what? Give me head a wobble. Get your head a wobble. That's what you got to do. I was just thinking about that. If I put this, if I get this, and if I do this, let me see if this works. If I do this like that, and then I do sort of, what can we do? Under there, and under there. I can't. It's not like a fucking mirror. It looks like I'm a vicar then, doesn't it? Look, hey, I'm a vicar, love. I've ordained myself as a vicar. There you go. You're all at the. You're all at the lovely house of worship here in Sheffield, in the very southern part of Sheffield. Not too nearly Chesterfield, in fact. Bollocks. Fucking hell. I don't know. I can't do that. I'd have to do that in a mirror. Anyway, I don't want to be. I don't really want to be a man of the cloth. I'm touching cloth enough as it is. So I certainly don't want to be doing it completely all the time. And the Church of Raconteurs, we'll call it, here on the beach. People get married on a beach rather than getting, rather than going to church, don't they? So like we're just doing church services on a beach. It's everybody who can come. Father Holmes, lol, yeah. Fatherhood. I am a Catholic, actually. I was not brought up, but I was baptized as a Catholic. So I would be father, but I don't think I could do with the abstinence, from the ladies. Although if I were a Catholic priest, I probably wouldn't be into fucking ladies. Probably yes. Yeah, praise the green screen. Yeah, it's there. I got this off 80, this green screen. It just hangs up. It's really good. It's he did it me for taking him about on his errands, which we've been on today. Swimming, and I've cut myself as well. Fucking bastard. Fucking got a plaster on. Look, cut me, Senate. Swimming, fucking bled all in pool everywhere. I feel like I'm married to raconteurs now. You are, Jimmy. You pretty much are. Hey, Miss Blue Sky, good evening to you. By the way, guys, I'm having distilled water and it's delicious, so I recommend you guys get a distiller. There's a lot of people do say that distilled water is pretty good, but it has what nutrients taken out of it as well, doesn't it? So it is sharp water. It's not hard water. It's quite soft here in Sheffield. We don't have any lime or anything in it, like you do over in Lincolnshire. You get lime in it and all that sort of shit, but we're pretty good here. It used to be when I drank tap water, that is, but it's hard water. It's not hard water. What do they call it? Oh, it's hard water, isn't it? When it's fucking got all lime in it. Yeah. She's behind me. She's on fucking on. I'm updating my iTunes. She's updating her iTunes. All right, calm down. I'm putting some Brian Harvey on it. Some Brian Harvey on. Okay. Dean Yates says that Raconteurs News bollocks, stop self-harm. You know what I did as well? It weren't my own fucking fault. I got a scratch on my arm where a dog had scratched me a few weeks ago, and I put my arm. You know where you open up a locker to put your shit in. I have to put my leg in. I have to get a tall one so I can put my leg in it. And they've got like this wheelchair thing, so I put my leg in it. And as I reached in, I scraped my arm on the bit where the pound comes out, because you put a pound in it and you turn it and then you take key out, you turn it, leave key in and you get your pound back. Well, I scraped it on that and I was fucking claret everywhere because I'm on, like blood thinners and stuff like that. So they give me some, they cleaned it up outside at pool and I went in and everything. So where's the Rotherham protector tonight? Lol. Hi, Stewie, if you're lurking. Yeah, good evening. Yeah, good evening, Stewie, if you're there in Rotherham, listening to us. I hope you're having a good day. It's been fucking, honestly, I can't. I'll tell us out, lad. I will. I've been self-harming. You're right. I've been self-harming. We shouldn't really talk about that in a thingy sense, should we? In a comedic sense. Someone might fucking hang themselves and then I'll get fucking raped on Rainer. And off at woke army. The woke army. These it's pretty much business as usual. Anyway, it knows it's just crap and fucking more crap. I did notice that there were reports of an attack, for a Russian attack on a Ukrainian fucking children's hospital or a maternity unit or some maternity hospital or something like that in Ukraine, allegedly. Like I said, it's the same as the fucking MO as I showed you on Tuesday. It's amazing. I think they're watching me for ideas on what to do. The ridiculousness has got to such a level that I've just sort of had a fucking laugh. That's all you can do. You've just got to fucking laugh at it. But it is. I understand completely how it can get at people because it's fucking everywhere. Everywhere's yellow and blue. I didn't know there was so much fucking yellow and blue in the world. And you know what? I've just noticed my fucking cube's got fucking yellow and blue on it and all. How did they know? I know it's got red, white, and blue, and fucking orange and green on it as well. But green, white, and orange. How did they know it was at Highland? So you could put it towards anything, couldn't you? That hospital attack was shown to be fake already. I did see something about it. A pregnant woman in the picture is a model. She's been found out. There you go. But it's exactly the same MO as we were talking about before, weren't we? From 1990, whatever it fucking were, First Gulf War, 1990. When that woman that young girl who it turned out was the ambassador's daughter, the Kuwaiti ambassador's daughter, was just making shit up about, they're going letting fucking tipping babies out of bastards, fucking Iraqi bastards. If there were one in front of me now, I'd fucking tell them right off. Sort of shit we're fucking dealing with, but you're dealing with people that'll take it in. What I did notice as well, I did say that I was. I told you before, I've become a member of this Telegram group, which is local people, and these are generally people that are new to this stuff. That COVID has awakened their sense of what the fucking hell is this shit that I've been dumped into, which is what it is. I mean, if you were a child, if you were a baby, and you were just born, and you were as you were now, you could think as you were now. You'd think to yourself, what the fucking hell is this shit that I've just been fucking... But put me back down my fucking dad's fucking Jap's eye and stick me back in his fucking bollocks because it were fucking warmer there. It didn't cost me fucking note. And, I didn't have to do fuck all. And I didn't have to listen to you fucking wankers telling me that half the fucking world's invading other half the fucking world when it's all a load of fucking bollocks. It's just fucking incredible. It's incredible. Kendo Taylor, good evening to you. Spanish Chicken, Dinny. Let me see if I can. Are you a bouncer, Dinny, at the moment? If you're not a bouncer, Dinny, I can bounce you up. It's not a problem. I can turn you into a bouncer. Were Uni about, or is he out with his grandma this week? He might be out with his grandma this week, and we don't want to interrupt on that, do we? Because him getting time out is. You'll get there. But yeah, it's if he's about, he's about. If he's not, he's not. I'm thinking it's his birthday on Tuesday. See, all right, I'll find you a fucking bouncer, didn't he? My God, he's like, honestly, it's like having a fucking. It's like having a herd of goats asking you for stuff. I'll give you. I'll bounce you up, Dinny. Once I'll just give me a couple of seconds. I'm just, doing stuff. You're right there. Oh, all right, and Uni. It's his birthday on Tuesday, so he's asked if he can co-present with me. And like I say, I've got Ben and Emily Jones on Tuesday. So I'm going. I might let him on. I'll let him on for. Well, I wanted to see if he could do some. Just to try and give him some purpose in that, and give him something to do. He's part of furniture, isn't he? So we've got to look after him because he's our only American. He's not our only American correspondent, but he's our most vocal American correspondent. Jason is having strippers. We could get him a strippogram, couldn't we? A virtual strippogram where she comes and takes a note off. Someone comes on screen. Sorry. Someone comes on screen and takes the clothes off. We should do that. Perhaps we could get all club together and get Katie Price to do it on her OnlyFans. Hey, Taylor, look, you won't know who Katie Price is, and we all will. Well, I will, and I suppose most of you will, but he won't, will he? Imagine what he thinks will hit him. He'll be thinking, fucking hell, what's hit me, man? And she'll be thinking, fucking hell, what the fucking hell have I agreed to do this for? I really didn't need that $5. But she probably does because she's a bit skint, isn't she? Poor old Katie Price. We ought to feel sorry for her, really. What do you think of Flat Earth? Good evening, the Toking Explorers. Good evening, Toking Explorers. Nice. Not seen your name before. I don't know if you knew or anything, but welcome if you are. Welcome to Raconteurs News. It's a place where we all get on, pretty much, and well, we all like to have a bit of a laugh, don't we? It's flat Earth. Is that what we're talking about? Would have to be anime. Yeah, we'd have to get in an anime stripper. How's that going to work? Conscientious. Chris Partridge says he laughs at all the Stand With Ukraine people knowing what they're siding with. They're fucking idiots, aren't they? They're just idiots. It's like, you know, like you see some fucking dickhead. You're walking down in Spain, in Benidorm, and you're walking down road, down front or something like that, and there's one of them people that's got one of them things that's a trick, and there's con you out of money. They're like following somebody behind a dickhead who goes to one, gets fucking fleeced, and then goes to the next one and gets fucking rinsed again. Because that's what the people are doing. They're getting rinsed again. It's the same thing again. You've got to be afraid of something that you can't see, you can't hear, you can't touch. Most people don't have anything to do with it. Roman Abramovich is here. He's got a business proposition for us. Thank you, Roman. Yeah, well, we'll certainly hear that. Although, I preferred you when you were in Boyzone, Roman. I don't want to buy Chelsea. Thank you very much. Far too. I don't like Chelsea. Chelsea's one of our. But Chelsea fans have been. That's another thing as well. I heard on Talk Sport earlier on when I was going over to pick Adi up. I got radio on and news came on, and it said that Chelsea fans were being asked not to sing the name of Roman Abramovich at games, which red rag to a bull. Of course, they're going to start singing Roman Abramovich's name. Why wouldn't you? There won't be anything without him. They would, certainly, well, I wouldn't say that, but they wouldn't be where they are now without Roman Abramovich. They might have got there eventually, but they wouldn't have got there as quick. So, look, have a look at that. Roman Abramovich has had all his assets frozen. What do you think they're going to do to your fucking Visa or MasterCard or whatever shit when you say something they don't like? A little bit down the line, like a couple of fucking years, you'll say something, they'll Raconteurs News, yes, you've been suspended from YouTube for the 843rd time, and you can't use your MasterCard to do anything. So can you take over Leeds? I don't think they'd allow him to have Leeds. If they did add, if they not allowing him to have Chelsea, can't see him letting him have Leeds. Can you? They won't let him have Leeds. No chance. But now, Rome. Listen, it's all theatre. As far as I'm concerned, it's all theatre. I know there are people that think that Putin is a good guy. Maybe he is. I don't know. And I hope. I'd really like. Somebody had put today on that Telegram group that I'd give everything I had. Just for Putin to be real and to take in on these fucking psychos, because this is what they need. Interestingly enough, there's not really been any mention of the other BRICS nations. We've spoke about this before. Thank you, Roman. Bye, Sheffield Wednesday. Yeah, they'll fucking close us down. They'd love to do that. They wanted to close Wednesday down since Hillsborough. That's a fucking fact. That's the reason why we got relegated that year. That year we got relegated with the most points that anybody's ever been relegated with, because they wanted rid of Wednesday. Because Liverpool kept having to come to Hillsborough, which is understandable for the fans and stuff like that. But you know, for the whole thing. Putin is World Economic Forum. There you go. There's UNET. This is UNET. This is why UNET. I think you probably, because there's no context there. Putin is World Economic Forum. Well, they're telling us he's been kicked out. Yeah, I've wished that, Jason, but it's just a Trump dream. Yeah, not a pipe dream. Trump dream. Roman is a juice man. It's just fucking. It would be nice if that was what was going on, and I don't know exactly what's going on. Nobody does, apart from the people involved, and that probably those don't actually know. Putin's probably stood there now, scratching his head and going, "Oh, what do I fucking do? I go out, I kick bear, kill bear chest, bear, kill, nipple to nipples." And, you know, Biden's fucking trying to find his juice box somewhere because he's lost it, and his fucking Spider-Man dinner fucking box. Sorry about my language. It's all right tonight. It's just because I'm just in a terrible, not in a terrible mood, but I'm in a bad mood. I were in a bad mood, and I don't even know why. It's just so stupid. Coinbase is government. I don't know what that is. What is Coinbase? Roman is a juice man. Troll Spanish chicken. I think he's referring to something he said before. There is all we can do, so why worry? Exactly, CMB. The only thing we can do is make sure your own world is okay. And that's what I'm trying to fucking do here with my little world. Which is why I've decided to come on. Why I've decided to come on tonight, even though I didn't really think about it. Let's go, Brandon, says Chris Partridge. We all know what that means, don't we? Let's go, Brandon. We should do anyway. If you're listening to this show, you should do. Hello, wow, it's Nubian. Wow, is it already Friday again? Really? Lots of love to you all. Love to you too over there in Sweden, Nubian. I hope you're well and it's not too cold, and you're not, you're not freezing yourself off, tits off, freezing your bollocks off. I don't know. I know you're female because Super Leeds proposed here, and he wouldn't propose to a man. Well, he wouldn't propose to me, and if you were going to propose to a man, it'd be me, wouldn't it? When is Boris Johnson getting fired for Partygate? Boris Johnson, they've all disappeared. Everybody's disappeared. Nobody's doing anything apart from getting this Ukrainian guy in Parliament and all clapping him and everything. Not that he doesn't deserve to get clap, but it's all theatre. It's all done. Miss Blue Sky says, we all get in random moods, Jace. I think it's because we live in a weird world and lots of things feel a bit off. Yeah, a lot of things do feel a bit off. And even though you try to avoid it, oftentimes you just can't. You can't avoid it. I stopped listening to TalkSport because it was doing me head in. There was mixing sport and politics. Just sport and politics don't mix. They shouldn't mix. They're not supposed to. Celtic got a fucking fine, a massive fine from UEFA for a political statement when they all had Palestinian flags when they were playing Israeli opposition in European competition, which, by the way, Israel aren't even in fucking Europe, but they're in European competition because no cunt where they live will fucking play with them. That's the only reason. So they have to go. It's like when I moved from one village to the next village when I was a kid. I had to keep going back to the old village where my mates all fucking lived because the people in the new village, I didn't really know them, and so that's the way it is. It's like that's the way it is with Israel. They have to come into go into they have to go into European competition. They have to go in Eurovision. Nobody wants to play with them in Middle East. It's not there. It's they're not very popular. I can say that, can't I? I can say they're not very popular without being called anti-Semitic. Talk radio is now talk shite. They're all talk sport. It's totally compromised. They've got Simon Jordan on now. I can see why he's become the mouthpiece, which he has. He's become quite a big mouthpiece down there. If you don't know who Simon Jordan is, he used to be chairman of Crystal Palace, but he originally he invented Carphone Warehouse, so that's where he made his money. And I think he was a millionaire by the time he were, I don't know, fucking 12 or something. One of them fucking talk radio doesn't exist anymore. It does. Talk radio. Oh, you mean like radio that talks? Proper talk. Talk radio is on. There's a DAB digital one. Talk Sport has got talk radio next to it. So I think they have people on like. Well, they used to have Bob Mills on. He were pretty good. I used to like Bob Mills, but everyone's pissed off with talk radio now. Very funny. You see, it's all the same stuff, and it's everybody wants to. Everyone wants to be virtue signaling. Everyone's virtue signaling it's just constant all the time. Constant virtue signaling. Just everywhere. Everyone's standing with Ukraine, sitting with Ukraine. I'm having a shit with Ukraine. I'm going to cheer. Yeah, I might even paint my bog seat yellow and have lid blue and say, look, I've got a shit for Ukraine. I'm taking some shit for Ukraine. Right, it's not worth listening to. You're right, El Freedom UK. It's not worth listening to. I don't like I say. I had it on in car. I'm not really. I were a DJ for 25 years, and is he a twat now? Is he? Sorry about that. I didn't realise. I were a DJ for 25 years, so like having music on in car, I never really wanted music on in car, so that's why I chose stations that I'd talk on them. Like I used to listen to Radio 5 back in the day and talk sport, even back when it was talk radio, when it was first talk radio. In fact, I went into a competition on it once on talk radio, when it was talk radio, right back in the day. Who were it? No, it was that Scottish woman who's Lorraine. Were it Lorraine Kelly? Might have been Lorraine Kelly's show. She might have been doing it. But I went on just phoned in for a competition. Didn't win. Spotless Leopard says, saw an old woman vomiting on her varicose veins for the yellow and blue effect. Yeah, you see, that's it. It's yellow and blue everywhere, and if you look around, if you look everywhere in the last few weeks and months, that's what's been going on. Is that there's been blue and yellow has been put there. It's been there, it's been in us faces. It's like, remember when it used to be purple and green, the common purpose colours, those used to be the two that were spotted everywhere. Now it's blue and yellow. Everything's anywhere. Supermarkets jumping on gravy train, pushing support for Ukraine. It's just everywhere. But I don't think it's quite having the same effect. I think that people are now, even at this early stage, I think there's a lot of people that are that are not buying it. They're not buying it, which means we've got a lot of new people that are new to this, and they're new to it, and now they need directing. Do you know, if you understand what I mean? Not directing. I don't know. I sort of think. I'll tell you what made me think. The Telegram group that I'm on. Somebody had put that him and his one of the people on it, and a couple of his mates were going to a talk, and I had a look at the talk, and it was fucking Mark Steele. So I had to. Well, I felt duty bound to write my opinion of what Mark Steele and Lee Garrett and what had happened, and what a pair of wankers they are, and they're about as, he's about as much of a fucking weapons expert as I am as a fucking arse kicking world champion. So I just I had to put me my little bit in. I just had to say something. And it just made me realise that we've got quite a few people that are coming into this that are becoming awake. Hang on, here we go. I'm gonna dinny up dinny. It's just going through. I've got it on here, on my other computer here, so that I can make dinny a bouncer. Yeah, nosebleeds. And I also thought about, because it had the address of it where the place were. And it was actually last night. The gig was last night, and I thought to myself, shall I get in touch with this venue and just like say, you do realise what piece of shit you've got coming and standing on stage? And I thought, you know what, I had to fucking learn hard way, and I think that's where most people are going to have to do, is learn hard way, by listening to these people and then working it out for themselves. And I didn't want to be that guy, one of them that goes, oh, you see here all the time where people have the talks stopped and it's somebody's rung up, and I thought, I don't want to be that bloke, so I just thought I'll just fucking leave it, and I left it. I don't know how well it went. I don't know whether it did. Hang on, here we go. There we go. There you go, Dinny. You're now a bouncer. So you should appear in blue. I've made you a bouncer on the other computer. A half-awake person is worse than a sleeper. They fall for everything. They do, but that's part of the process, though, isn't it? If you don't go through that, you don't grow. If you're going from zero to, there's got to be a growth in between where you hear things. Fuck off, unit. I'm not horny. Ask me if I'm horny again, I'm going to get you fucking bounced out. And I made you a bouncer and all. Can you bounce bouncers? I don't know. Yeah, but it's pretty arrogant of somebody to say, oh, don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. I'll say that like on here. But to go out of my way and then try and disrupt that, I thought, well, that's just that's the other side's tactics, and I'm not stooping myself so low. So I left it. So I don't know how his show went last night, his talk, but he probably had his sunglasses on because of his, when he was fucking doing all that shit with the fucking weapons. These weapons that you're killing kids, and anybody who goes home who uses a 5G phone, they're going to be fucking killing children. You might as well be killing babies. And nosebleeds, giving nosebleeds. Bye. I'm just going to watch it on here because it's a few seconds behind. I'm going to watch to see if your chest came into shot. I don't think it did. It's fucking way behind though. That I'm still talking about something else. That's how shocking that is. I'm way behind though. See, let's have a listen. See what it sounds like. See where I am. If I'm horny again, I'm going to get you fucking bounced out. See, I was talking about bouncers. I made you a bouncer and all. This is why I had to get rid of this. Sorry, everybody. We're just talking. Yeah, but it's. I can't stand listening to me, said.
Neither can I.
Oh, no, you can't, love. That's been a problem. That's been our problem. The last 2 years has been the easiest time to wake up, according to Chris Partridge, I think. Chris Partridge. He says that it has been. It's been the easiest, but it's never easy, is it, though? And when your world's been going all right, and it's been. It does take something having to affect you before you really realise that the old things are completely illusion. I've still not got up, have I didn't give you a kiss. Have I given you a kiss? Have I moved off screen?
No,
Or?
I'm just because I've got a white top on, so I'm just checking. You can't see any nipple.
Oh well, if they do, I'll censor it. I'll go back in time. Oh, there we go. Hey,
No nipple.
no nipples. Yay, we're just seeing it. Thank you. Good night, love. Night, night. Danielle says everybody. There you go. Didn't he? Fuck him. Yeah. So tonight, like I say, I've got Ben on Tuesday. I'm still waiting on whether I'm deciding whether or not what sort of role I'm going to give uni and whether I'm going to give one or not. I think I like uni. We all like uni. 5G is suspicious, he says, but not much different than 4G. I don't know. Listen, I don't know about the technology. It may very well be. It may very well be that it is, but I'd take advice from a fucking toilet fucking wall, a cubicle bog. You know when it says for a great fuck, call this number. I'd trust that number more than I'd trust fucking Mark Steele. I won't trust Mark Steele to do anything. 28 G is an ounce. Yeah, 28 grams. Good one. See if we can do this. Not new, lol. Not yet new. Raconteurs News. Tell Webby you ain't freaking free now, lol. Oh yeah, the electric and the gas is going up. Fucking petrol's like gone massively. It's just ridiculous. It's just an excuse. Like everything else, it's an excuse. And they'll keep using these excuses until we say no. But how do we say no? We've got us lives to do, and we've got us mortgages to pay, and people have got jobs to keep hold of, and it's really puts people in a difficult place. And I am really, really, really glad. I'm really thankful for waking up a lot earlier. I'm for being knowing what's been going on for years. I've been knowing that it's been going on, and knowing for years, because if I woke up at this time, I don't know what I'd fucking do. I'd probably all go fucking. I'd probably go loopy. You just don't know how you'd react, do you? But I had I've had a gradual steep incline where I've been able to see that this is going to come. That this sort of thing is what they're aiming for. I've had this incline that's got steeper and steeper, but it's the boiling frog effect. It's like it's got steeper and steeper and steeper, so I've not really noticed it. Now, people that have woke up now and are now discovering things are they're jumping in, and the world's just been completely shattered, and so who's there to hoover them up? The Ikes, the Iconics, and the fucking People's Voice, and the Steels, and the fucking Shedamarnies, or whatever fucking name were. Kate, Shenamara, fucking what were her name? Shemara, no, where are me? I nearly got her on here, and I bottled it out at the last minute because I just my spidey senses tingled, and of course I don't know what she's doing now, but they all there to get hoovered up. It's the last 150 a litre at Tesco. It was 175 a litre at Tesco's today. £1.75, and this is up north in a fucking shithole of a place called Clown. I don't know if anybody knows it, but you have to be a fucking clown to live there. 175. I think the 165 was what I went past just down the road there in Sheffield, an Esso garage just down the road. £1.65, I think. But it just keeps going up and up and up and up. What did it cost? What did it cost a year ago? It probably cost a year ago it must have been about 120 or something. It must have gone up at least about 40% easily. Waiting last year. Just wait until Russia turns the gas off. Yeah, because we get 3% of the gas from Russia, but it's a good thing for them, innit? It's good for them to have say, oh, Russia's turned gas off. You're all fucking freezing to death. Which is not going to be so much of a problem while we've got summer coming up. But you wait until winter time is upon us again. There'll be more risers, and don't forget, we at EDF own a lot of the infrastructure, and they're a French company. And the reason why they're charging us so much is because there's been a 4% cap put on for increases in France. So their main energy market, they can only increase the prices by 4%, whereas here they're almost doubling them, aren't they? I know they're putting them up by a fucking lot. They're greedy fucking bastards. Greedy bastards. $3.50 for 5 litres, lol. $5.30 for 5 litres. That's vegetable oil. Yeah, I know there were a lot of that back in old days, but I think they've sort of got wise to that. They put the price of vegetable oil up, didn't they? And then I think they started doing stuff. So if you've got an older diesel engine, then yeah, by all means, it will work on vegetable oil. But it won't. A modern diesel car won't be able to take it. Jimmy Hagan says Russia's turned nothing off yet. Still honouring contracts. Anyone suffering has done it to themselves with their own sanctions. Yeah. No good for petrol car. No, it's not no good for petrol cars. What's the cost of an electric cars to charge? That's if you can get them near a fucking socket, innit? And you've got long enough to do it. Because, damn, it's a long time. Evening to Webby. Good evening, Webby. It will work on a 2003 diesel car. Yeah, it should work on I think so anyway. But don't take. I'm not a mechanic. I don't know, but I do know older diesel engines. It has to be a heavy oil engine, not diesel. The new cars need converting. Right, okay. Your gas is free, says the Wigan joke. Hey, Wigan, Jimmy's there. Evening, Jimmy. I noticed you were doing a live there. Pal, I thought you'd still be on it. Come on, mine if you want, mate. Bring Webby on with you. I haven't seen him for ages. The grid is owned by us. The operational management is what has been privatised. EDF own that. Yeah, I know that, but it's EDF that decide what bill comes through your letterbox or what goes onto your your fucking energy bill or your silly fucking smart meter or whatever. Yes, new cars need converting to handle cooking oil. I thought so, yeah. I thought that might be the case. There's no way that they allow that to go on. But I remember because back in the day, like 2000, 2003, that area that you were talking about, you'd be behind a car and it'd stink like chippy. You could smell chippy and it would car in front and it would because they've got cooking oil in the car instead of diesel. So, yeah. EDF made my smart meter remotely. Pretty sure that's illegal. How do they make your smart meter remotely? I know they can. I know they can. I know they can turn it off remotely, but I don't think they can put one in remotely. Unless your meter's outside, in which case you need to remove the implied rights of access. But you're still not going to get anywhere because they just do it when you're out, and then when you come back, you try and get it out, you get arrested and all that sort of shit. A very bad car crash near me with electric car. Took firemen nearly 3 hours to put the fucker out. Okay, yeah, that's the trouble. You get these electric cars and you're going down motorway, there's no freewheeling. There's none of that. You won't be able to do that. It stops. It stops. Try pushing my mobility scooter. You know, one of my mobility scooters. Try pushing one of them when it's not moving. It just won't go anywhere. It won't go anywhere. It's all stuck. It's stuck in. Water-driven car was invented, I think, but hush. The water. There was a guy who had a guy in New Zealand. There's a video somewhere knocking about. I'll see if I can find it. But he did that. He converted his car to take water, and you know, we were going to help tell people how to do it, how they could do it. And he did. He did all, like, you know, he'd fill it up with water, and it'd just be away. And it sounded a bit poppy, but it was something to do with separating the hydrogen and the oxygen and using the hydrogen to combust, and then the sort of, you know, that sort of shit. But it worked, and he had a model of it working, and he saw him going off in his car, and he was from New Zealand, but I think he was found dead a few weeks later. I think he did a video. I think it were a news story or something like that. But it were a news story on news in New Zealand. Stan Mayer was his name, right? But you can. Mate and I ran a petrol car on hydrogen, no conversion. Yeah, see, these are all things that I don't really want to endorse because I don't know what goes. I'm not a science guy. I'm not a. I don't know anything about internal combustion engines and all that sort of thing. So I just don't know. I wouldn't want to give bad advice. I wouldn't want to get bad advice. No, not to. I tell you what, Mark Steele should get one, an electric car. We had really efficient cars as kids. Pot lids for steering wheels. Instead of wheels, we had two legs. A little bit like the Flintstones car. That one, yeah. With wheels, where in fact you'd have a pram wheel, wouldn't you? It'd be all pram wheels, and then you'd have another pram wheel, that's steering wheel. All pram wheel. It's like you get an old pram and convert it into a go-kart. Perhaps even put a little bit of an engine on back of it if you wanted to. Spanish will be Spanish. 2000. Yeah. Will my 2003 diesel run on cooking oil, please? Yeah. Will we F about with cars and engines a lot? Do all my own work on cars too. All right. Okay. Yeah. So in that case, if you know somebody, get some advice, whether it'll work, whether it won't. If people start doing it again, because that's why people started doing it in the first place. Remember the 2000 in the year 2000 when we had the blockades, and you couldn't get anything. You know, they blockaded the lorries and everything, and they blockaded the tankers. So there were a fuel shortage, and people were genuinely queued out, although that were probably engineered. But what they did is they got people started doing that, so they started bumping the price of cooking oil up. It just went stupid. I remember the times when baby carriages were stolen for wheels for cars, for them box cars. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We call them go-karts. We had a go-kart thing. That's what we called them where I lived anyway. And it were on an hill. We had a like houses, terraced houses backed onto a little road that had garages on it, and it had a hill going down. So we'd go down there and then smash into the wall at the bottom. It were nice. My car runs on baby seal tears. Oh, look at that. Poor little baby seals. What are they fucking crying for anyway? Cute as fuck they are. See, being good looking does not make you fucking happy. Believe me, trust me. Being good looking does not make you happy. Look at this face. Am I happy? No. Of course I am. They blockaded Stanlow, at 95.9 a litre. But you've got to remember that was 20 years ago, weren't it? 20 years ago, and it went over £1, and everyone were fucking tearing the pubes out and everything and throwing them at everybody. It just went crazy. But then they started saying ambulances can't get fuel. And see, all I did is there were no fuel everywhere you went. It had no fuel, so I just filled up on super unleaded because nobody were using that. Steel. Oh, now some people steal the baby carriages in a hole. Steel. Yeah, baby seal tears. Some freakish sort of animal, like a seal with a sea lion's head. Some freak of nature. Who steals baby carriages? That's fucked up, says Uni. Someone nicked yours, Uni. Someone's nicked Uni's pram. Fuck me. Kendo Taylor, good evening. We call them trolleys, says Kendo. Evening to you, non-violent extremist as well, Tony. Miss Blue Sky laughing my off. Health freedom, unlimited fuel then, mate. Yeah, tears. Buy a 5-litre Range Rover and get it converted to LPG. Do they still do LPG though? I mean, I've not seen it anywhere for a while. I remember it were pretty good, back in day. LPG, that you got decent miles to gallon from it. But I've not heard of it for ages. Just must have been one of them fads. I'd pay £3 a litre if it means we can start a war with those pesky Russians. Voxpox, I heard on TV. See, that's the thing, you see, innit? Them pesky Russians. Them pesky Russians. Did you? I saw a video of a Russian bird. I wonder if I can find it. But she says, oh, thank you. We want to hear in Russia. We want to say thank you to you in the West. Now we do not have McDonald's. Now we do not have Coca-Cola. That shit is gone. We do not eat that shit anymore because it is gone. McDonald's is gone. Thank you to the West. Thank you to the New World Order for getting rid of the fucking McDonald's and Coca-Cola. They the fucking Jesus. The amount of money Coca-Cola and McDonald's must make out of Russia. I mean, what a massive country. Trollers are pants. Trollers. My car runs on the tears of little... Well, just a second. My car runs on tears of the little victims of orphanage fires. See, this is what... See if we can come up with the most inventive way that we can... that we can fuel as cars. So tears of the children, orphans from a burnt down orphanage. Can we get a Raconteur's News romper suit for his birthday? Yeah. Old Uni. We should get him a romper suit, shouldn't we? A onesie, they're called, aren't they? Onesies. Have you got a onesie? I've got a onesie somewhere. I think I went to work in it once. When I was DJing, obviously many, many years ago. My wife's got a few onesies. Again, onesies, what another thing. Just a fad. Just things that they come and go. It's like everything. Dinny says, I've been in Russia, amazing country. I don't doubt it at all, Dinny. A huge, massive country. It's got everything on it. It's got everything. That, in terms of... terrain and climate, it's got just about everything. I've vaccinated my car. It was all right. 3 months, then died. Thank you, Spotless Leopard. There's again Shane Warne. When we talk about Shane Warne, there were two of them, weren't they, that died that day? There were Rodney Marsh as well, who died, and they were both in Thailand, and they both just had the third shot, a booster, which they were required by the Thai law. I think they were there for an Australian tour. I think they were doing media stuff for an Australian tour or something. But anyway, they were in Thailand, and Both dead. Both needed boosters. Both dead within 24 hours of each other. Outrageous. Ex-DDR. Oh, you're in Eastern Germany then, are you, Denny? Yeah. If you're near Hamburg, yeah, you will be, won't you? There you go. I'll let you do that one. My car runs on Jordan's vaginal discharges. Thank you, Rich T. See, I'm not seeing these. I'm seeing them in this bit here. Red diesel is 80p a litre. Red diesel. So if you've got some access to some red diesel, you get caught, don't you? Fuck them, as Dinny had said. Amongst other people. My fuel runs on Katie Price's titties. She's just had something like fucking ridiculous, like 12th booth job or 16th. I read today. God, I'm reading some shit. But you know, to stay away from shit, you have to read some even more shit about some even more idiot people. I was born in Eastern Germany, and Dinny has been there, but we didn't meet until here on your show. Yeah, I thought I meant that. Yeah. No, Jason, I used to live in the DDR. I'm 100 kicks north of Hamburg on the Danish border. Oh, right, okay. 100 clicks or kicks or clicks. See, I can't do kicking. I can do clicking, though. See what I mean? I run my car on AstraZeneca reactions. Fucking hell, you're never running out then, are you? Red diesel ends in April this year. No more red. Jesus, this is fucking. This is things that are just going under the radar because we've not been paying attention. All our attention's been focused and taken away and focused upon things that this is what Ukraine is. It's like they grab your attention, they move you, they get your head, and they say, right, okay, you've got to look that way now. Whatever you do, don't look back to that way. Keep looking that way. And that's what they're doing. Clicks are kilometers. Yeah. I know clicks. What are kicks then? I know clicks are kilometers. But I don't. But he said kicks. Oh, being funny. It's almost as if it's a plan. Of course, it's a plan, innit? We know that. But Ailey McKinnon, all by design, says Ailey McKinnon. Thank you, Ailey. Yeah, it is all by design. I was talking to Adi today, and I tell you what, I was talking to him about, and I said, "This is the thing: is when I was first waking up, when I was first aware of the shit that were going on, I got caught up in I did get caught up in a lot of stuff that perhaps I shouldn't have got caught up in, but like we fucking Shayla." Which I did tell you about, didn't I? Did I tell you about that? I did tell you about it. I told you on that Friday show that I deleted. So if you saw that Friday show, you would have seen the images. In fact, have I still got him on here? Let me have a look. Oh, fuck off! I think. Oh, sorry. Where is it? Oh, I think I might have deleted them actually. I took them off. But I had the thing, didn't I? I had the messages between myself and David Shayler when he was supposed to be coming on, and he said he'd come on. And he'd just made me think again today. I was thinking about when we were swimming. I was telling Adi about steel, and I was telling Adi about. I broke it to Adi that Ian Crane's dead as well. Because he did ask me if I would still did Is Ian Crane Dead Yet show, and I said no, I don't do that anymore. That's finished because he's gone and all that. Yeah, so he didn't know. He didn't know. It's amazing, isn't it? What, just taking your son away from it, you just don't know. Which is what AD does, is what he's had to do. I don't think he listens to this anymore. I don't think he listens to anything. I think he just, he's trying to not do this because it frustrates him, and he knows probably what caused him to have a stroke in the first place. Newbie, I see a red door and I want to paint it black. That was the song you were humming on. I see a red door and I want to paint it black. Paint it black? That were fucking thingy, weren't it? Rolling Stones, were it? Were it Stones? And I remember that twat off Talk Sport doing it one year. That fucking Mike Parry. He did a cover version of it on Talk Sport one Christmas. back in the day, in the 2000s. It must be about 2004. That, yeah, we're about 2003, something like that. Did you see the John Campbell vid on the Pfizer doc release? The twat got his wake up call. He personally got a lot of people hurt and killed in my personal opinion. Did you see the John Campbell vid? I didn't. I don't know who John Campbell is. You see, this is part of it. When you're not taking as much notice because you don't want to. You don't want to get caught. Caught in it and dragged into it. You sort of there's stuff you miss as well. So if you're missing, you have to go through the shit to get to the good stuff. So you're going to have to go through Alex Jones and David Icke and fucking Richie Allen. This is nothing against all these people, but they're there to hoover you up. Just not so much Richie Allen, I don't think, because I've not seen anything from him at all. So I don't think he particularly. I don't know who John Campbell is. Can someone tell me who John Campbell is? So I don't know whether he's real or a shill. I can have a look. I'll write it down on something and then I'll have a look at him and I'll tell you next time I'm on, but I don't know. John Campbell is a doc from England who's doing analysis on Coof for the last 2 years. But on where, though? Where's he been doing it, though? Is he doing it on mainstream TV or has he been doing podcast? I know there's plenty of them that have been. Let me write it down. John Campbell and yeah, I'll have a look anyway, and I'll let you know what I think. Spanish Chicky says, I think Campbell was genuinely. I think Campbell. I'm behind on that, and I'm in front on this one. It's fucking weird. Let me have a look. John Campbell is a doc from England doing all this. I was listening to Richie Allen's show. Oh right, okay. I didn't even. I know he doesn't. It's not like all over Facebook and stuff like that. But then again, if I don't follow anybody, so I don't follow him. So I generally tend to just follow more interesting people that have not got quite as big an audience. Because once you've got a big audience, you've got to provide, and you've got like this thing where you've got to provide something for them, some content, in order for them to not forget you. Because that's what you don't want them to do, is to forget you. So you have to provide content all the time, which means then you're opened up to more. I know it's somewhere on. It's either on this channel or it's on my Alter Edge Media channel. But I did do a show where I critiqued a Richie Allen show, and I was playing audio from his show, and then I was giving my opinion on it on a particular subject. And it was the reason why I'd stopped listening to him, because When you see, it's easy when you listen to somebody like Richie Allen, and then he gets somebody on his show, and you listen to the what they're saying and everything. You've got no reason to disbelieve it or not to think that somebody's making something more dramatic than it is, or even just making stuff up. But when somebody comes on and they're talking about something that you've got intimate knowledge of, absolute intimate knowledge of, then it's you just then realize, well, why is it, why am I listening to this? Why am I listening to anything? Because if he's allowing this on, and I don't know, that's fucking God knows. Good evening, Michael Snow. What happened to Richie Allen? Not on YouTube anymore. No, he's not. He's I think he's on his own website. I'm a bit wheezy. Oh, sorry, man. Yeah, he's gone private. He's Alex Bellend as well. Alex Bellend, another one. He's got I think he's back on YouTube now. He went away with wanting his, pound of flesh off you. But he's back on YouTube now, I think. Anyway, but he just can't. It's just again. He won't. He had his jabs. He won't come out and say this jab's a bullshit, or this jab's this or that or other. He won't do that. He took the jabs. He won't tell you the absolute what he absolutely believes. If he absolutely believes that shit that he's spouting, then he's still stuck in fucking BBC mode. He should be working at BBC. And it only seems to be the BBC that he's got a problem with. Sometimes he might say something like government, but it's BBC he's got his axe to grind with. And the reason why that he's the reason why that he started doing his own show, because take it from me, he wouldn't have been sacked. If he'd not been sacked, he wouldn't be doing this now. He wouldn't have gone from a BBC job and then decided we're going to do this because it were and I don't think he were at BBC anyway, were he? Weren't he on Mansfield 103.2, which, by the way, I've been on. What a fucking shit little radio station that is. Jesus Christ. I worked in the club in town, and they had they wanted it was traditional that DJ from club sometimes did a little bit on Mansfield 103.2. Oh God, fucking hell! It was fucking terrible. Listen, I did it once, I think, but I went there anyway. He was there. Yeah, I couldn't listen to that Belfield. Just an establishment man pretending otherwise. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's not doing live shows on YouTube. No, listen. He said he's made his money out of YouTube. He's made some money out of him. He's been able to, like he said, he's been able to buy his house and stuff like that. Which all good luck to him. He's happy. That's what he wants to do. That's his. But it's not for me. I can't. It's fucking fakeness. I don't even think I could feign liking somebody. Just because they're part of fucking crew. Like I was saying before, it's the analogy. You're on that stage, Dan, where everyone's in London. There's a big protest in London, a demonstration like there's bound to be in summertime. There'll be all these fucking big screens and things like that. Who sets that up? I have no idea. And then they have a stage, and if you're on that stage, you've made it in alternative fucking. You're an alternative celebrity. you've met it and all that sort of shit. But if you disagree with somebody on that stage, you can't go up and go, that cunt's talking shit. Whereas I have to stop myself. If they invited me up there, I'd say, listen, all these people up here, I'm sure they all got the reasons for telling you what they're telling you. And I'm sure a lot of it, most of it, majority is right. But that cunt down and near with fucking glasses on, even though it's fucking pitch black, with dark fucking glasses on, he's a cunt, and he's not. you shouldn't be fucking listening to him. And then next time I won't be on that stage. So in order for me to stay on that stage, I've got to keep my fucking mouth shut. And that's not me. Never has been, and it never will be, I don't think. It's got me into a lot of trouble in my time, right? But listen, I'm just a little bit wheezy. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play a quick record and turn my mic off and my camera and just give me a couple of puffs. Just go, I'm going all like Spellfield now, aren't I? I just go and get myself a couple of puffs. Tarquin. Look over there. Look what I've got on my head here. It's pantomime, isn't it? He's like a pantomime alternative fucking bloke. It's like a panto. Oh, yes, Tarquin, come over here and suck my balls. I'm talking about these here, my tennis balls, my ping pong balls. Anyway, like I say, I'm getting a bit wheezy. Just give me a couple of minutes, a really short one. Blah 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 blah. No, is that one? That's the one. I'll do that one. I'm just gonna have a quick wheeze and then I'll have a smoke. And I'm just getting a bit chesty. I'll be back in not very many minutes.
I am a 1 in 10, a number on a list. I am a 1 in 10, even though I don't exist. Nobody knows me, but I'm always there. Statistical reminder of a world that doesn't care. My arms unfold the dole, malnutrition dulls my hair. My eyes are black and lifeless with an unprivileged stare. I'm the beggar on the corner, will no one spare a dime? I'm the child that never learned to read, cause no one spared the time. I am a 1 in 10, a number on a list. I am a 1 in 10, even though I don't exist. Nobody knows me, but I'm always there. Statistical reminder of a world that doesn't care. I'm the murderer, the victim, I'm a license to a gun. I'm a sad, bruised old lady in an alley or in a slum. I'm a middle-aged businessman with chronic heart disease. I'm another teenage suicide in a street that has no trees. I am a 1 in 10, a number on a list. I am a 1 in 10, even though I don't exist. Nobody knows me, but I'm always there. Statistical reminder of a world that doesn't care. I'm a starving third world mother, refugee without a home. I'm a housewife hooked on Valium, a pensioner alone. I'm a cancer-ridden specter discovering the earth. I'm another hungry baby, I'm an accident at birth. I am a 1 in 10, a number on a list. I am a 1 in 10, even though I don't exist. Nobody knows me, but I'm always there. Statistical reminder of a world that doesn't care. I am a 1 in 10, a number on a list. I am a 1 in 10, even though I don't exist. Nobody knows me, but I'm always there. Statistical reminder of a world that doesn't care. I am a 1 in 10, a number on a list. I am a 1 in 10, even though I don't exist. Nobody knows me, but I'm always there. Statistical reminder of a world that doesn't care.
Hey, and I'm back. And I'm back. Thanks very much, Eve, for these songs. I play them because they're great songs, and because they're copyright free to us anyway. Because we're going to be copywriting them soon. Anyway, I hope you're all right. I'm back. I've had a bit of a thing, and I fucking poured myself another drink, and I've already got one. Look, I've got 2 fucking dandelion and burdocks. It's a nightmare, isn't it? Fucking nightmare. On beach with dandelion and burdock. Who'd want more? Who'd want more? Yes. So, yeah. So there we go. I don't know what we were talking about for. What were we talking about before? We could talk about. Oh, actually, do you want me to see if I can get some? See if anybody wants to come on, I should put thing in chat room. Shouldn't I really? It is Friday, and it is after dark because it's dark outside and all. It's right dark. Oh my god, I'm right dark outside. If you got something to say, you want to come on, just click on that link, follow the instructions, and you should get here. It's pretty good. It's pretty good when you're here. It's nice and sunny. As you can see, it's on my bonds at top. I'm going to fucking have a... In fact, I should put my hat on, shouldn't I? Oh, no. Fucking Colin's going to burn now. I'll take it off. I'll put it back on Colin. Who's here? Oh, here he fucking goes. I mean, you know what I mean? It's like fucking putting... It's like having a shit and all fucking flies come round. All right, Taylor.
Hey, what's up?
How you doing, brother?
Fine. Are you able to hear me this time?
I'm a what?
Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, just making sure because usually when I enter, you say that you aren't able to hear me.
Oh, right. No, I can hear you. I can hear you, man. Yeah, yeah. You're pretty. How are you feeling?
Yeah, just getting by. Same old, same old.
Okay. Well, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week. Have a good birthday. Take care now. Bye then. Oh dear me. Oh no, I can't do that to lad. Can I?
We act like it's hard to be like, hey, so can you read the chat out? It's like, come on, man, it's not that hard.
Yeah, it is for you because you go. Yeah, we got. This is my impression of what you do. If I said to you, right, I'm going to bring Uni on now. He's going to tell us what's been going on in the chat. Uni, what's been going on in the chat? And you go, well, thanks, guys. That Spanish chicken has been saying shit, this and shit, that, and Denny has been saying fuck them, and blah, 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 and so says this, and so says that. Oh, and by the way, do you remember in 1963 there was a document on the 4th of July 1963 that came out, and it was some fucking old American politician that did fucking this and that and other. You see what I mean?
I can read out the chat properly. Like you want me to do it right now? I can do it right now.
Go on then. Go on. Say what New Beans put there.
All right. She said we have a saying here talking about the trolls when someone you just talked about suddenly shows up.
Right. See, you see what I mean? You do know. You've got to be a little bit more show busy, right? So you've got to go. If I were reading that, I'd say, New Bean says we have a saying here talking about the trolls when someone you just talked about suddenly shows up.
So basically put more emotion into it is what you're saying.
Yeah, well, that sort of like, you know what I mean? But they're talking about the trolls, and then one popped up. Here you are.
Trust me, I have trolled people before, but you don't want to see me try trolling.
No, listen, no. I don't want to. Trolling's not very good. And my dog trolls me. Yeah, do an English accent. Go on, do an English accent for us.
My name is Jason, and I'm here on Raconteurs News, talking random shit.
Really? Is that it? Is that as good as you can do?
I'm not really good at doing accents.
Come on, I can't do accents either. But come on, you have to do a better English one than that. Think less Mary Poppins and more me.
My name is Jason, and I'm here on Rock on Toes
Hang
News.
on. My name's Jason.
Wait, what?
Yeah, go on. Carry on.
Oh, yeah, my name is Jason, and I'm here on Rock on Toes News, and I'm just talking random shit. And the bonkers at the CDC keep on telling us that we have to wear masks.
The CDC. I don't think I've ever Jace do a Geordie. Oh, fucking hell. If I do a Geordie, I end up Welsh. Then I end up fucking Pakistani. Then I end up fucking Indian. Then I end up fucking everywhere. Go all over the world. Geordie. I can't do a Geordie. Aye, man. Something like that. Something like that. Fucking... I can do fucking Lee Garrett, sniveling little fucking cunt with his fucking nose all over the fucking place like a cunt. Go on, do a Geordie one. Do a Geordie accent. Can you do a Geordie accent? Like what I just did.
Geordie accent sounds like. I don't even know what a Geordie accent sounds like.
You've heard Mark Steele, haven't you?
No. Never listened to
It goes like this. Right, listen, I'm going to teach you some. All right. If I can teach my fucking wife to do Rubik's Cube, I can teach you to do a Geordie accent. So, are you ready?
Okay.
Right. Say, how we...
Say again.
Say, how we...
How here?
Go on, say it again. Go on.
How here?
No, how we... How we...
How
So-
where?
no, you've got like a long Y on the end, so it's how we...
Oh, how where?
How we... I think.
How where?
No, not a where. How we... How
How
we...
where?
How we... Say
How
ha
where?
and way. It only in a... You know, in like how we... How we the lads.
How where the lads?
There you go. We got you doing a joke. Now say nosebleed.
Nosebleed.
No. I didn't say nose, did I? I said nose.
Oh, nosebleed.
No, nurse. N-E. Just say N-E-R-S-E. Say that. It's spelled out like nosebleed.
Yeah, nosebleed.
No, nurse.
That's what I'm saying. Nosebleed.
Nosebleed. There you go. Yeah, you can do it. Geordie accent. There you go. Can you do Australian? Do an Australian for us.
Do you want to put a shrimp on the barbie, mate?
You see, that's not that weren't too bad. That you got the shrimp and the barbie there. That that don't mean putting a prawn on a Barbie doll. It means a barbecue. I think you call them cookouts. We call them barbecues.
No. We call them barbecues as well.
Oh, do you? I thought we were calling cookouts.
That's probably. I think
Cooked
that's
outside. I know you're a bit simple, you Americans. Not all Americans, obviously. A lot of
I hate barbecues because they always end up like stinking the whole area around them. Because you got the large smoke cloud coming from them, and it just makes the whole area stink. It's just like I don't want her to smell whatever you're cooking up there. It's like it's just freaking. I don't know. I got a rather sensitive nose, so if I start smelling strong scents, I get it makes me uncomfortable.
Okay. Right. I want you to read some pidgin. Can you do some pidgin?
Pidgin, what's that?
You know what I was doing the other night? That BBC website that we pay for in this country.
Oh, that nonsense. Oh, yeah, with the horrible grammar?
Yeah, with the it's pidgin. It's called Pidgin English. It's an actual fucking language. It's great. We love it here.
So does that mean that the random gibberish that people post on Twitter and YouTube also counts as its own language?
Well, just fucking Twitter's not even English anyway, is it? It's fucking gibberish. It's not even words. Oh, here's another one. India. I've just looked up. See, I looked on Pidgin News and I got an up-to-date news thing. India fire missile into Pakistan by accident. Blame AM on technical malfunction. So India's fired a missile into Pakistan by accident. Now, didn't we see them two cunts are at it? They're always at it, aren't they? And
Yeah.
that's from 5 hours Weydon Pass.
Yeah. Also, didn't Ukraine stand with Israel against the Palestinians?
I don't know. I ain't got a clue. I don't think anybody stood with Palestinians, did they? Apart from no nation. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. But I don't think this Ukraine, this particular regime would have done, because these are New World Order puppets. So have been for years, aren't they?
Yeah, but most of them are on the side of Israel. Some of them are. Some of them are. Some of them aren't. It depends on which side of the fence. Depends on which side of the pond you want to be on.
Don't fucking want to be on any. I'd rather be under fucking pond, I think.
I'd be drowning in there.
Yeah, both nuclear, but apparently, allegedly, shall we say, both India and Pakistan have both got nuclear capabilities. They've certainly got nuclear weapons.
Capabilities these days.
Well, yeah, exactly. Who done? If you haven't got fucking nuclear bombs, you know, most people have got them in the country. That Americans have put their you fuckers over there in Washington. I know it's a different one, but we can still blame you, Uni. You're the closest we've got.
Don't we have any other American people in the chat that you can blame?
Yeah, we have one or two. There's one or two people that listen that don't go into chat that listen in America. So hello to them. Texas, where I've got family in Texas actually. But yeah, so we do have American listeners. It's just you're the most prominent and the most well known of people that come on here, Americans wise.
I am the American ambassador to Raconteurs News.
There you go. We'll get you to tell us that you're the American ambassador to Raconteurs News. You'd be able to tell the American Parliament that on Raconteurs News we were going into maternity wards and tipping babies out of fucking incubators.
Yeah, leaving them to die on the cold hard floor.
Yeah.
Cue the tears.
Uni, New Beans asks, can we talk about Wag the Dog? Have you seen that film?
Wag the Dog. It sounds familiar, but I don't recall off the top of my head.
The American, yeah, Wag the Dog. It's Dustin Hoffman is in it, and Robert De Niro, and a few other people. And essentially, what it is this: what we're seeing now. It's a 90s film based in 90s, and what it is that the president's having trouble getting re-elected, and so what he does is he creates a war overseas that the Americans get involved in. And so what they do is they get a movie producer in to direct all the all the stuff, how they're going to do things, how they're going to film things, and the film basically is around Robert De Niro is the CIA guy that's making sure that Dustin Hoffman, the film producer, is doing his job and not telling anybody what he's doing, but Dustin Hoffman's character wants credit for it because it's such a good ruse. It completely bamboozles everybody. Everyone, it tricks everybody. It's such it's such a good operation, and he wants, because he's a movie producer, he wants credit for it. And in end, he ends up, because he really wants credit and he really wants people to know that it was him that set it all up. He ends up having a heart attack. So it's a really good film. I'd recommend it to anybody if you've not seen it. Go and find it, seek it out, go and have a look at it. Wag the Dog. It might even be worth chucking a couple of quid at it and buying it from from one of the fucking streamers. I don't know which ones supply it, but I don't think it's on Netflix or all like that. I think it might be on. I think you can get it on Amazon Prime, but it's. I think you have to pay for it. It's about 4 quid or something. Yeah, Wag the Dog. Yes, it's Wag the Dog, not Wank the Dog. Says Resi Tuber.
This man, Resi Tuber. What do you think I look up?
Yeah, Chris Partridge says I need to watch that one. Yeah, it is a good film. It is. It is. I watched it many years ago, and I've not watched it in a long, long time. But it does resonate because they do this thing where they have this American soldier who comes back who's a hero, a bit like Pat Tillman, I think. Although Pat Tillman obviously were famous, this guy wasn't, but they made him famous, if you know what I mean. And they had this thick idea about people hanging shoes on over telephone lines and things like that. Hanging shoes over because this guy was called Shoe or something or other. Fucking, I don't know. But it's all in there. All the virtue signaling, all the, we've got to do this and we've got to do that and to create this war. And then the movie producer, wanting credit for it because it's such a laugh. Because it's done so well and it's really fooled everybody. And him not being able to, it's got Robert De Niro's trying to get him to not want to take credit, but he does. The full Wag the Dog is on YouTube right now. Yeah, there you go. Go and have a look at that. It's on YouTube, full Wag the Dog. Go and have a quick look at it. It is go and have a look at it. Sit and watch it. It is a good film. It is a good film.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. We've got somebody else joining us.
Is it Denny? Oh, it's
Dino.
Dean.
How you doing, mate? Dino?
All right, buddy. Can you hear me all right?
Yes, I can hear you. I think I can hear us in background as well. Just a little,
Not bad. Just let me change my audio settings. Oh, hang on.
By the way, that song for that I played when I halfway through the 1 in 10, which is if 90% of the population is vaccinated and you're not, you are a 1 in 10. So we probably should do it. I know it were about unemployment at the time when it was first written, but it does work with 1 in. I am a 1 in 10 if 90% of the population are vaccinated. How's that now, Dean?
How's that? Can you hear me all right now?
Yeah, I can hear you all right now. How you
can't
doing?
Hear us. Not bad, buddy. Are you?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. Yeah, I'm pretty good.
Still waiting for this get together.
Well, we all are, aren't we? I am. Yeah. I do. I've got plans. Let's just say before the end of the year, we will have it. I just need to set it up.
Bloody year.
Say that again.
We've only just started the year.
Well, we are in March. We're like a third or fourth quarter way through, aren't we? Nearly.
Yeah.
At the end of this month we will. But anyway, I will. Listen, I'm definitely going to sort something. It's just logistically. I mean, there's people want to come and they're all from different places,
yeah.
And it's just I want something that's easier for everybody. And I'm also wanting to. I'm just doing some on side, which might just help some people that might struggle with their transport. If when I eventually decide to where we're going to have it, and what we're going to do. So there's things in the pipeline, but I do understand that there is a long way. People are quite far apart, and it's sometimes difficult for people to be able to get to places. So I'm looking to try. Sorry?
Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
No, you're not getting a plane ticket, mate. You ain't even got a passport anyway. What would be the point?
Yeah.
I think you better get a GoFundMe up first.
Get a what now?
GoFundMe. I mean a GoFundMe.
Get a GoFundMe.
Oh, GoFundMe. Oh, GoFundMe.
Can I have a passport, please? I'm an American.
Yeah.
I've heard you're not allowed out of country anyway.
Say that again. Sorry.
I said I've heard he's not allowed out of the country anyway.
Well, no, he's probably not. He's probably not. He's probably on sex offenders register. It'll fucking come up, won't it, in future?
Oh my god.
What's that? Teddy bear sex offender?
Yeah, Care Bear. Yeah, we've been shagging fucking Care Bears in Toys R Us.
I thought they had to be anime pillows.
Anime, yeah, the animes. He's been having sex with animes. What's between Sheffield and London? Probably Birmingham or Coventry or Leicester or. Just let me think. One Northampton, Milton Keynes. That's there's. I mean, there's pretty much no between Milton Keynes and Leicester.
No, not really, is there? I mean, there's, unless you get a farmer's field and do it that way, but that means camping. But
yeah,
you know what
I don't.
mean?
Yeah, I'm not. I don't think I'm fucking down with camping.
I
to be
know,
honest
that's
with
why
you.
I just.
It's like fucking. I have to put legs on and take them off and shit like that, and it's
Yeah,
not
I
very
know.
easy in a tent. So, but now
Unless we looked for a farmhouse.
a farmhouse.
Yeah. Rent a farmhouse for a couple of days, all clubbed together. You can get up to 12, 15 in some of them.
Yeah. That might not be a bad idea.
Jason.
Yeah.
Let me give this another try. Jason, how do you feel about OnlyFans blocking Russians from their site at Raconteurs News? Says Chris Partridge.
Oh, right. Okay. OnlyFans blocking Russians from their site. Listen, it's everything's. If you're Russian, that's it, isn't it?
Just
Yeah.
a game, innit? It's just a massive game put on the world stage to keep everybody busy.
Yeah. Keep everyone at each other's throats.
It's diabolical. That's why I just try my best, stay away from it. Just stay away from it.
Just trying to adjust your mic here, Dino.
I am. How's that now?
That's better. That is. I've just turned it up a bit as well on here.
It keeps turning itself down, and I haven't got automatic adjust on it. I've turned it off.
Have you? What about on your settings on StreamYard?
Yeah, that's what I'm on now at the moment. It just try that. It might stay there this time.
But have you unclicked the one that says automatically adjust volume?
Yeah, I've done it on my PC as well. I've sorted that. But I think somebody's got remote access. Better get me tinfoil that out.
Conscientious Objector says get some red diesel. Apparently, red diesel's on its way out. It's going. So, I don't.
But it's cheaper, isn't it? So it's like it can only be used on farms, construction. But there is a way of turning it white. If you get activated charcoal, pour it through that, it comes out white. But there is a trace chemical in it. Running it in a car anyway, it's fine. It's just going for your MOT. As long as there's white in it for your MOT, it'll be fine. It's very, very rare you'll get stopped and dipped in a car. Extremely rare. It's vans and wagons they go for.
Yeah.
Dean, you should make me a car, Dean.
Say again?
I said you should make me a car for my birthday.
Oh, yeah, not a problem. I'll get you one. Is Matchbox still running?
Wait, what?
You've got a fucking car anyway. You've got Dinny car.
Oh my god, that sounds so. That sounds so wrong. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, it would sound wrong, wouldn't it, to you? Because you fucking mind. You're just there. Your mind's somewhere else, man.
Hey, not always. It depends on the context.
So, do you drive then, Dean?
Yeah, I've got a very rare car that's in UK. There was only 10 sold in UK. It's a Fiat Chroma 150 brake horsepower turbo. Run it on veg oil.
Oh dear.
Not touched it. All I did is took the petrol cap off and poured it in. But like I say, if you look at your documents when you've got a diesel car, it'll say on it engine type, diesel. And then if you look further down on your documents, it'll say fuel type. If it says heavy oil there, you can run it straight on veg oil. But it is preferable to every so many tanks just run it on normal diesel, because it does coke up a lot more with the oils. Obviously, it's thicker.
Right. Yeah.
But
Yeah. The thing is, fucking diesel's horrible stuff, innit? You get it on your fucking fingers and that.
Yeah.
It takes ages to get off.
yeah, I did it last night, mate. I went to Tesco last night, put some fuel in, because I've just done a bit of research on the sunflower oil, and I've been running on that for a while, and I've just found out that it turns to plastic in your engine. It sticks to all your valves and gives it a plastic coating and everything, so it'll mess all
Right.
your seals up and everything. But there's a lot of ways. You waste plastic, save that up. You can make fuel out of that.
Yeah. Well, that's what they do, innit? Biofuel is made out of plastics, isn't it?
Yeah. And you also, the end product, you get a carbon-free, which is very saleable for a lot of money, which is what the actual plastic turns into after you took all the oils out of it.
So, are you? What's your next move going to be? Are you going to get an electric car, or are you just going to
No,
stick
mate.
with what you're doing?
No, mate. I'll just stick with my diesel, mate. I'm almost off grid now. I've got wind power. I've never had gas, so I've got central heating, but I just don't use gas. It's capped. I've capped it. Just don't use it.
Right.
There's a lot of different ways you can do it out there. If you get copper rods and put them in series in ground, what you do, you join them together in series, and your first rod, you'll get a couple of volts out of it, but when you connect it to your next rod, it doubles in voltage every rod you do. It's just like a ground battery. You can get literally charcoal, aluminium, couple of wires, stick it in a lake, charge your phone up off that. There's hundreds of different ways. If you want to fly a kite with a bit of copper wire, every yard you leave the ground, it's 100 volts. So every yard up or every meter up is 100 volts in the atmosphere.
Right. This is the stuff that's the atmospheric sort of natural energy that's around us that Tesla would seem to be going after, weren't it?
Yeah, but he managed light like most of the bloody planet up with that tower, with a glow off it, where he actually circumferenced the planet when he did it.
It's no money in it though, is there?
No, but it's like these Tesla cars. They're dangerous. They're very, very, very dangerous. Firemen, nearly 3 hours put a car out, man. I've seen them put them out in 2 minutes. Not even that. You know what I mean? It was just up the road here from me.
Don't forget the smart cars.
There's a young lad, girl and another lad in with him, showing off up on hills here beside his meter tree at about 80 mile an hour.
Oh dear.
So one got airlifted. This was Tuesday night. One got airlifted off. The other two got through by road. And it, like I say, they tried powder on it. They tried foam on it. They had the hose reels on it. They just couldn't get it out.
It's amazing, isn't it? It's just that there's no thinking. Well, there is thinking, obviously.
Yeah.
There's no fucking. It don't make any sense. It never makes any fucking sense. Like if you think about it, what I just said to you, when I go down M1, between fucking Leicester and Milton Keynes, there's fucking nothing. There's no junctions. It's just about. There's only a couple like Letchworth and just before then, and Northampton. But
Yeah.
down to there, between Leicester and Northampton, there's all that fucking space with no in it, and yet we're fucking overcrowded. We're not fucking overcrowded at all, are we?
I know. It makes you laugh, there. It really does. I mean, if you look at it, there's probably about 30 to 40% of UK not lived on.
Oh, I'd say fucking more.
Yeah, possibly, yeah. But I mean, it's like, granted, some of it is unlivable because it's mountains and that, but wouldn't bother me. I'd live on a mountain. It means no fucker comes up or I'll live on it.
Yeah, fucking hell, be king at mountain. Fucking yes way. Get yourself open with your life partner. Listen, go on, Uni.
Chris Partridge says, Jason, if a GCHQ agent listened to your show and heard people saying nukes don't exist, do you think they'd know for sure? At Raconteurs News.
What, the GCHQ blokes? No. They don't know. They don't know anything. They're part of it. They're just closer. That's all. They're just fucking minions. The security guards for these cunts, so they can get away with the crimes. That's all they are. They don't know fuck all. It's like asking if a fucking security guard knows combination to safe at fucking at safe Sainsbury's. Of course they're not going to fucking know. They're just there to do a job.
I just see real tubers comment there. They say chuck sand on it. I think they've actually tried that on. I can't remember. There was a show on Cars, and they tried that. It smothers it for a bit, but the temperature melts it. The sand.
Yeah, turn it to glass, won't it?
Yeah, it liquefies it into glass.
Yeah.
But it's like there's fields full of these electric cars. They can't get rid of the batteries. They cannot recycle the batteries. I think there's one guy that's recently come out and said he's found a way of doing it. But it's the same with the wind turbines. There's fields stacked full of the old turbines because they can't recycle them. So there's a new concrete place open that's he's shredding them down and he's using them in concrete to recycle them.
See, that's the thing. All this stuff that's supposed to be fucking green, it just isn't.
No.
It's just fucking no light green at all. It's just a fucking another way of getting you to fucking buy a more expensive thing and run it on more expensive shit.
Yeah.
It's like the throwaway society going really fucking big. You know how you used to get your telly fixed. How many people fix tellies now? Fucking nobody. You just buy a new telly, don't you?
Yeah.
It's the same thing they're doing with electric cars. So these electric cars, the batteries on them aren't going to last fucking 10 years. They're going to get tops out of them.
Fuck the electric cars. What about the smart cars?
The smart cars are electric,
Yeah.
Oh, they're the same thing?
Yeah.
What do you think? They run off fresh air, buddy?
Nah, but I know the smart cars are the ones that don't even need a driver. They're the ones that just go drive.
They don't, but they're still electric. Your Tesla car's a smart car. They just drive them.
Oh.
It can be turned into a smart car by just putting an extra program in it and putting scanners and GPS locator on it.
Yeah, I don't know why anyone would want that, to be honest. I really don't.
I wouldn't have one given me.
Fuck no. Well, when I went for my last one, me next car that's been on orders for a while, my Motability car, he said, have you thought about electric? And I says, I've got fucking two of them at home. I've got fucking one in house and one's in boat with my car. They're called fucking mobility scooters, and I fucking certainly don't want another fucker. And he's like, he says, well, because I said no initially. I said no, and he said, "Can I ask you why?" And I give him that answer. And
Yeah.
like, there's no fucking, he ain't got. That's a pretty specific answer, so he ain't got no line that he can give back to me that he's got fucking pre-planned. So he just get up on it. But they're trying to push us into it. It's instead of fucking fixing things, it's just throw the cunt away, and it's throw it away, because then they can make more and more and increase the fucking prices, and then it's just fucking horrible. It's absolutely fucking disgusting what they do to us, and we're just fucking taking it, walking about with his fucking asses out, going, "Come on, shove your any old fucking dick up this. Come on, look, you just shoved a COVID dick up my arse. Oh, what's this Ukraine dick? Oh, this blue and yellow dick that's there. Oh, look, my arse is still a bit sore from COVID, but go on then. Go on, shove it up. Fucking get it up there. I'll have a Ukrainian flag on my fucking Twitter feed, and on my fucking, I'll put a circle around me. Fucking Facebook profile picture says, I stand with fucking Ukraine. No, fucking idiots fall for it every fucking time. Every time.
That's what gets me. It's after these past 2 years, there's so many still walking around with masks and still believe everything. It's beyond me. That's why I walked away. I mean, it was like, it's just not worth it. Even knowing what we know, it doesn't really help us because we can't do nothing about it.
No, it don't. Which is why you've got to get away from it sometimes.
Yeah.
In fact, you should spend fucking more time away from it than you spend fucking doing it, and just catch things up. Like I do fucking 10 minutes a day or something, where you just catch up on what fucking the next load of shit is, and then just rest at time. Do it, spend it living your fucking life. You can't. There's no planning for future. You don't fucking plan for future. Because you're fucking planning for future, you're wasting your fucking life planning, and your whole life's fucking. You're just planning. Just fucking live each day. Just see what comes along. It's another fucking day. You're still here, and you're still fucking fighting, and you still can. You can still breathe, and you can still. They can't get in your fucking head yet, can they? You can do what you want in there. You can.
Well.
They can't. They can't get in there. No, they can't. They can only do from physical signs. Sorry.
I think you best have a look at the papers that are out on that, Jess. They can get in your head.
They can only get in your head if you allow them in your head.
Well, they can do it with ELF.
Yes, but it's only if you allow it. You can't. If you're not allowing that, it can't happen. Right? It's all about that. There's all these papers. They'll say, "Oh, there's all these papers," and they'll be written. But they're planted for people like us. They're planted for us to go, look, see, they can get in his heads. So then what do? We give off the fucking physical fucking indications that make them, their algorithms, decide what we're fucking thinking when they actually don't know what we're thinking. But because they're so good, because we fucking believe it, we give off those signals anyway. And so it gets a good fucking result. That's all it is. It's not, if you don't let them in, they can't get in. It's invitation only into your mind. So they can't get in if you don't let them.
Did you not see how much Obama gave to DARPA for that? It was billions for the research into ELF on
fucking billions.
people.
Some cunt in a fucking white. Yeah, listen, let's. Who's the gas man?
Good evening.
I hope, Dinny.
Hello, Jason. Hello, Taylor. Hello, Dean.
Right there. How's it going, mate?
Fuck him.
He's all right. Hello, Jason. Hello, Taylor. Hello, Dean. How are you? Hello, chat.
Hello there, Dennis. How's it going, me old fella?
Shut up, you Bolton fucker.
To be fucking sure.
I have a Bolton cock. You're all right. You're all right.
How's it going, Denny?
I'm all right, mate. How's yourself, Dean?
Good. Thanks.
electric
Yeah,
cars
it's,
and all this shit. I just got a new car and I don't give a fuck. I don't give a
what have you got?
shit. Petrol and
You got petrol,
cooking
yeah.
oil and diesel. I don't give a shit.
That's
He don't give a
it.
shit. He don't give a shit, you know, didn't he? We've got an American correspondent and we've got a does not give a fuck correspondent. And that's Dinny.
Well, what's wrong with that, Jason?
Well, there's nothing wrong with it, but you can't come spreading your fucking darkness over my fucking over my fucking
darkness,
jovial
man.
show. All you're doing is coming in and you're the fucking spirit of darkness, and I've allowed you in. You know what I was just talking about? You can't get into their heads until you allow them in, and I've just fucking allowed you into my show. You're, ooh,
All right, let's talk about something nice then. All right.
yeah, let's
Jason?
talk about something nice.
Jason, what you just said sounded so sexual. I'm sorry.
ELF.
What the fuck is wrong with you tonight?
ELF is extra low frequency conscientious objector.
Yeah, basically the opposite of what Wi-Fi is.
What's Wi-Fi then? Is it extra high frequency?
It's the stuff that gives you radiation poisoning.
Or is it UHF, ultra high frequency?
Wireless frequency. I can't even remember, to tell you the truth. I really can't remember what it stands for now. It's because it's that well known as just Wi-Fi, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just Wi-Fi.
You know that the most pointless fucking shortened thing were. You know what the most pointless shortened word is?
Go on.
ID. 'Cause
ID.
they've fucking shortened it. I, as in I, and D, as in identification.
Mm.
What a pointless fucking shortening.
What does Wi-Fi mean, Jason?
It means wifey. I ain't got a
Wifey.
fucking clue.
My Wi-Fi.
The wife.
It's a waifu. You know what the weeaboos say about their anime girls.
Come on, what does Wi-Fi mean? It must be wireless.
What does Wi-Fi
something.
mean? Chat room,
Is
tell
it?
us what Wi-Fi means. What does it stand for? What is it short for? What is it
Wi-Fi
abbreviation of?
intermittent
What is it named
frequency.
after?
It's wireless something, I think.
I think if you look it up, it actually means summer.
Wire-free internet.
Is it?
That's what CMB in the chat says.
All right. Cheers.
Wire-free internet.
No, I think it's. I don't know. It might be. It might just be. Yeah,
It's not
Wi-Fi.
free.
Yeah.
I didn't hear. You didn't hear a Wi. It sounds like a. You know, it comes after Hi-Fi. You know, doesn't it?
Oh my God! That just reminded me of that stupid advertisement I keep seeing on YouTube over and over. You ever seen Google Fi? That ad.
No.
It keeps popping up on my. When I'm not using Brave, like say if I'm on my phone or something, I end up seeing these stupid ads on YouTube videos like Google Fi, freaking this annoying song starts playing, and then with the stick figures, it's really annoying. I'm sure somebody's in the chat has seen it.
Just go and get a beer.
Wireless frequency. Jimmy's put in chat what I think he's copy and pasted this, me. I don't think he's done this from memory. He's put Wi-Fi is a family of wireless network protocols based on the IEEE 802.11 family of standards. Now, do you think he copied and pasted that, or do you think he wrote it himself?
Probably Wikipedia.
But anyway, thanks for that, Jimmy. Taking the time to do that. We were looking for that. Why it's Jodily Wayflay. Say Wayflay, Uni.
Wi-Fi.
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 No, say Wi-Fi. Say it in a Geordie accent. Say Wi-Fi.
What are you talking to me?
Why,
Oh,
man?
fucking-
Oh,
Wave.
yeah.
Say it. Uni.
Oh, you're talking to me.
Oh, are you playing a game or something?
No.
What's all that noise?
Oh, that's my freaking notifications going off.
Yes, well, tell them to shut up while you're on fucking my show.
Invitations.
I don't know how to turn that off. I really don't know how.
Unbelievable. Wi-Fi. Say
But
it.
Jason, I'm sure you know that feeling because, you know, when you're on Skype and you get messages and you get that notification sound when me and Denny are talking.
Wireless fidelity, says the Webster report. See, we're getting loads of different ones. I don't think anybody's. I don't think anyone's pinned it down yet. I think. Do you know? I think it's got some sort of. If someone can perhaps Google this, I don't know where this is coming to my mind from, but I think it's got something to do with fucking the actual Wi-Fi thing itself. Has got something really nefarious involved in it. So it actually means something really nefarious. Something, I don't know, something like spying or something like that.
Well, I remember that the guys who were behind it were asked back when I think when it was either 2G or 3G first came out, and they were asked, "When's have you tested to see if this is safe?" And they gave no response.
Maybe it is safe. You don't know, Taylor.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure. I mean, it's just like if you try putting something in a microwave, radiation is going to spike up. So it's pretty much the same thing.
I don't have a microwave. Have you got a microwave, Dean?
Do I have one?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yes, but I do not use it. It was.
What you got it for then?
It was one of my mates come down one night and he was just stood at the door with it in his hands, and I'm like, I've not had one around me for about 12 years, and you turn up at my door with one. I just couldn't believe it. I didn't have heart for turning away, so I just put it in my kitchen.
Have you got one, Jason?
Got one what?
Microwave oven.
Microwave oven. Yeah. Very rarely use it.
Right. According to this site I'm on, that's what it's given me about Wi-Fi.
Well, Webby said it, Dean. Webby put it in.
Sorry?
I think Webby put it in the chat room.
Oh, I see.
Wireless
Yes, she has.
fidelity.
What does it stand for? How does it have such a catchy name, and why do we sometimes have a weak internet connection with a strong Wi-Fi signal and vice versa? Read on to answer. How can I read on? It just stops. Listen, I'm going to put this is what it's put up. We put it in chat. I mean, that doesn't make any sense.
By the way, whatever happened to the Canadian truckers?
There's still about.
I heard that Justin Trudeau pretty much put martial law. It pretty much went full communism on Canada.
Yeah.
They're still bumbling about, aren't they?
Yeah. Also, is it really true that he's the son of fucking Fidel Castro?
Ooh.
What?
Justin Trudeau.
He's the son of what?
For fuck's sake.
Son
Oh,
of,
Planet you live on, bro.
Jesus fucking Christ, it's a fucking joke, isn't it?
Did you see that palaver in London with Trudeau?
No, I didn't. No, like I say, I've been fucking. I just let him get on with it.
He were getting heckled to fucking London, so the police escort him out.
Was
Nice.
Dean, was he over visiting the Queen or something?
Yeah, well,
What the fuck, man?
I don't even think she's about me. I really think that's the double, because right at the beginning of this, the double started to be appearing a lot on news and programs and things like that. Because you know, when the Queen dies, by law, they do not have to tell us for 12 months. Because
that's true, yeah.
And in the first 3 months of there being nobody on the throne, this is the major reason to keep it quiet. But the first 3 months of being no one on the throne, all her territory is up for grabs. So it can be invaded and taken over at any time while there's nobody on that throne for 3 months. That's the major reason to keep it quiet.
Well, are you guys ready for Prince Charles to become King Charles?
He shouldn't even be, according to the Church of England, he shouldn't even be king anyway because he's been divorced.
Oh yeah, that is true.
It just proves that it's when she signed the contract. Look at that, when she signed the contract in 1953. She didn't even sign it at bottom page on dotted line. She signed it right at the fucking top. It's a null and void contract.
Dean, he's not buried yet, Philip. Don't like to bury him. She used to go down first, is that correct?
I think so, yeah. As far as I'm aware, I think he's on ice.
Yeah, she's not on ice till she dies or something.
Yeah, I think it was same with that Lee Rigby, wasn't it? He was put on ice and brought into the country just for that setup.
Lee Rigby.
Is Prince Philip on Epstein Island right now?
Lee Rigby, was that not that soldier?
Yep. So-called soldier that had been beheaded, yeah.
Yeah.
That weren't real.
Is that the boys walking down the street with the knives and walking past women and saying,
yeah.
I remember
Yeah, with the superimposed red hands that were all over the papers.
Yeah.
I was speaking. I had a friend in the Army Intelligence Service, and I was chatting to him about it, and he told me quite a few things that he shouldn't really have told me, but that's how I know it.
Come on.
I can't honour him. Jay's show get wiped off.
Hello, Jimmy.
Hi, Denny.
All right, Jimmy.
How you doing, Dino and Jason? Uni?
What's up?
Evening,
Have
Jim.
you brought us some intellectual conversation?
I was going to respond to that question about the Wi-Fi signal.
Yeah.
And what was the question? I could actually see it here. They use Wi-Fi to connect to the internet, and even though they seem to have a very, very strong Wi-Fi connection, that it doesn't seem to improve their internet speeds. And what people have to remember is the Wi-Fi connection is just coming from your router, from the wireless on the router. It's not really an indication of your connection to the internet. So quite possibly, even though you could have a really, really strong connection to your router, that doesn't mean that you're going to have. Depends on your actual connection to your ISP, which is the key thing, and you'd have to go on an internet speed test just to check what your actual internet speed is, because the actual signal on your router is no indication at all of your internet connection.
Sounds kind of like the PCR test thing. How they misused it.
No, nothing like that at all. No.
See, this is why. This is why.
How a well built engine and fast.
Well, I just hope that makes that a bit clearer, and to separate what your router is doing from what your ISP is doing, just two separate things. So that's why I call it. Just try and answer that question.
There you go. You learn everything on here on Raconteurs News. You learn everything. You learn about like plants and trees and that and herbs and
pornographic anime characters.
Pornographic anime characters. Yeah. We learn about that. We learn about Dinny's fucking. Does he? Wait, we've answered the question. Does Dinny shit in the woods?
I've got. If you don't want to lose your hair, take plenty of folic acid.
Fucking too late. I'm on that fucking hair, and I fucking. It's too late. It's already gone. Fucking went. That's fucking party's done. Fucking cleaners are in next day. That's how fucking gone it is. No matter how much fucking folic acid I'm gonna eat, I ain't getting fuck all back.
I've seen my ex missus when she was pregnant with the babe, and when she was she had a huge reaction to the folic acid. I don't know whether they had her on too much or what, but the color of the shits, man, was just unreal.
Did you say your ex-wife?
Yeah. It's acid, like it runs through. It's something else, man. Something else.
The fucking world's full of fucking blackguards, Jimmy.
Absolutely.
If you've got a bad stomach as well, it really does help your stomach as well. I've been suffering the last couple of weeks with my stomach. The mate brought me some folic acid down. I've only had it a couple of days and I'm back to normal again.
Is it the iron? Is it the iron which is the key factor?
I have a pretty high iron diet. Anyway, I eat a lot of veg, collie, broccoli, carrots, turnips, sweet. My meals are like 95% veg.
And do you get all your veg from the garden, homegrown?
No, I'm not. I have a garden, but I'm an upstairs flat, so it's a bit difficult really for grow it because I've got the front garden.
So it's a shared garden, is it?
Well, how they work it with this is like I get the front garden and the downstairs flat gets the side and the back. The downstairs flat's a sore subject.
That sounds a bit fucking rude, that does. Fucking downstairs fucking flats and fucking sore subject. It sounds like a bit of a euphemism.
It is, right. I'm not going into detail on here because I've put myself in trouble.
All right. Well, we don't get in any trouble. Not on our anyway.
If you look at it, that big green garden out there, everything we need is out there for us. We don't need these pharmaceutical knobheads. We just don't need them.
No, and while you said that, I found a really interesting link earlier on today, just on my travels. It was about it's a vegetable. It's wild lettuce. I must have closed it down, so I can't remember the scientific term for it now. But it's wild lettuce. Basically, you can use it as a replacement painkiller, which is similar to morphine. It's got a white sap in it, like poppy has. It's really well in the regions and all of it, basically. So, I'll tell you what, I took a Verosa.
That sounds like a laxative.
Yeah. It sounds like, but it's I don't think that's what it means, though. Can't remember all. We used to know some of the meanings of the Latin words, and some of them would surprise you, even though I know it does look like But maybe there is some relationship.
Listen, guys, we're getting some really streams fucking up. It looks like we've got some technical problems, so I'm going to cut it off at that because it's fucked. It keeps going off and choppy, and I don't know what's happened. I got
Too many people on the call, maybe.
No, well, no, I don't think it's that. Oh, I don't know. I just don't know. But I'm going to end it. So Ben Emlyn Jones on Tuesday, if anyone can hear me. Oh, doubt it.
It's weird, isn't it?